Okay, we're recording. Does anybody have any questions to talk about today?
I'm curious. So, how have you guys been? Like, have you guys been submitting your fluency evaluations?
Yep.
Okay, what I've seen like the template for it, but I'm just kind of I'm the thing I'm kind of confused on is like he said you shouldn't be submitting just one thing on one of those, but there are 13 different sections. Like, do we email that to him, like the fluency evaluation, or do we submit one of those to each of those assignments?
That's
And
what I've done, is if I've got one that's covering multiple topics, I'll submit it to both topics.
okay, that's what I was like. I'm like, I don't even know because it says like don't have just one thing on the fluency evaluation. And I'm like, well, if you're gonna split it up, what? So
Yep.
okay, that's kind of been my thing.
I've just been nervous to turn them in because I don't know how well it's going to go, honestly.
You can turn it in as many times as you want, so get something in and you'll get feedback and know what you need to do to improve it.
Okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah. He said that in one of his early, whatchamacallit meetings.
One of the early like hours, like
Yeah.
yeah.
His class time or whatever.
Yeah, his office hours. That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't call it class time anymore.
Yeah, I haven't turned in any yet, and I need to. I've been meaning to, but life got really crazy.
That's understandable. I totally get that one.
Same here.
You know, I've turned in 6 topics so far. He's graded 3 of them, and I just turned in 3 of them this week. So he usually doesn't seem to get to them until about Sundays.
Okay.
But yeah.
How did you turn them in?
Through the class, the Canvas.
Like, yeah. Well, not meaning like through Canvas. How you turned it in through Canvas, but did you have to make the website on your computer and share it over the internet, or?
Yeah, what I did, I used the GitHub pages.
Yeah, the GitHub.io.
Yeah.
I thought you didn't like that because it hides the JavaScript or something or other. I don't know.
I don't think it hides the JavaScript.
I remember. I mean, using developer tools, you can always find it.
Yeah, I've got a page up. I've used the developer tools to find it and look at it a lot when developing some of these pages because I was struggling with them.
Yeah.
Okay. So using the developer tools to look up, like, say if you go to YouTube and you want to look up the source of the website, is that what you're saying?
Here, let me do this.
And you could also, he shared a lot of what helped me finally understand the whole class properties stuff was I went and used developer tools on one of the
Oh, okay.
You can right click on the page and inspect, or you click Control-Shift-I in Google Chrome at least. And you can actually pull up, if you pull this side page, you can actually pull up all of the files for it, the CSS file, the JavaScript file. You can look at it and what's in them.
So that's for your website?
Yep,
right?
This is for one of my pages.
Yeah.
I did the same thing with one of the example pages that he shared. I was looking at the content the same way. You can also go to the elements and actually gives the completely generated information, like everything that's
inside of it, yeah.
Because the HTML file does not have everything. Or at least, yeah, this one, like the tables and everything that I have here, these are generated through JavaScript. And so my HTML file does not have that. But if I come to the elements table, or the elements, I can actually look in and see the tables here and all the details of all the table.
That is interesting.
It's an amazing thing.
Very helpful for development. Not as helpful for PHP though. I'm taking CS313 as well, and that's like, at least right now, it's all about PHP stuff, and it's
Yeah.
PHP's all server side. It's nothing. You can't look at it at
You
all.
can't look at anything. Yeah. Are you using Heroku for it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt. I couldn't understand Heroku at all.
yeah. I get most of it. It's just I'm struggling with some stuff. So it just doesn't want to run well. Got this one query that I'm trying to do, and it's not giving me my data at all. It's like it's not executing or something, and it's weird. I'm not getting any error codes or anything on the Heroku dashboard. It's just not generating what I want it to. So
Dash index.ht. Sorry, I'm trying to look up my my thing. I can't seem to get GitHub pages to load for some reason.
I've noticed when I'm trying to develop my stuff, I've noticed that like I try and set it up in a way that allows me to like if I try and use like GitHub desktop and like upload all my files, like that works, but it takes a while for it to actually like update on the website,
Yep.
on the website of things. So when I'm like developing, I'll just kind of have my files and I'll just have local files and cycle through them so I can actually see the changes work. And then by the time I'm actually done, GitHub Pages is finally like, hey, I guess I'll actually update now.
yeah,
So
there's a little bit of a delay, a couple minute delay for it to update.
yeah.
Okay, I got it up. Okay. Sorry, I'm just inspect. And you went to, what was it you went to? Was it
So elements, the elements tab shows you the details of what's actually generated on the page, what's showing up. The sources tab shows you all the files that go into creating that page.
okay, I'm not getting those at all.
You want to share your screen?
Yeah, here, let me share this.
What browser do you use?
Firefox. Do you see it? Do you see it okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so this is just my first website that I kind of copied off of W3 Schools. I just kind of copy and pasted their slideshow thing.
Mm-hmm.
Made this, but yeah. So down here I've got console, debugger, style editor. Network. No, that's not what I want. Settings. Oh wait. Maybe this is where I need to go. Memory, performance. I don't know about style editor.
Style editor, that's going to show you the CSS file. CSS stuff where you can actually edit the CSS as well.
Oh yeah, that's true, huh?
Shows you the
I don't see anything. Are you using Chrome then?
Yeah, I'm using Chrome.
Okay, that's probably why. Here,
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't used Firefox enough to know all of the developer tools. I know it's got some pretty good developer tools. I just haven't used them.
I need this to. Why is this not hiding?
Oh, if you go to network, you can see all the files. Like if you're in Firefox.
Let me pull it up in Chrome. Maybe that's probably what I need to do from now on. Is just pull it in Chrome.
Yeah, because if you right click, inspect.
Yeah, the console.
Okay, that's how you got to yours.
Yep.
Yeah, so if you go,
if you use console.log, you can actually see stuff in the console. So you can see for debugging, help you find stuff if you got issues.
Right.
Yeah, I can show you how I found it in Firefox because I have Firefox downloaded, and I've
Yeah, go ahead, because I just unshared my screen, so that I mean anything will help because I'm really lost when it comes to building web pages. I don't know how half of it works, so
has it come up for you
yeah,
guys?
yeah, there
Yep.
you go.
So, like, I kind of did what you did. This is my class properties with JavaScript. If you inspect element, pops this up down here. You can kind of look. But I went to network. Oh, what the heck? It was there. Where'd it go? Dang it. It had like all of my files up. Hold up.
Storage? Maybe storage.
No, here they are.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. It has all the files now. So I have my CSS, JavaScript. I don't know if I can read
Content,
it.
I think that's just showing the access to the server.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also hard to read
You
anything
can
that's in there.
you can actually open it in a new tab
Yeah,
Oh.
you can.
Cool.
and you can look at
You
it.
can move it to the side pane if you'd prefer it on the side pane or the bottom pane. You can move it around too.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought this was cool. They have a style editor so you can just like go in here
Change
and
it.
yeah.
So so I guess my question is in the style editor, if you change it in that style editor, will it change it in the file that's on your computer as well?
No, it's
No.
just for that session.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's just so you can test it to see if you like it.
Yeah. And so if you got something that's got bad
Oh.
stuff, you can modify it.
I found if you want to look at it in the debugger, I just found this.
Oh,
Yeah, the debuggers, how you get to the data.
so okay, so the debuggers like the sources
Mm-hmm.
from.
In a way, yeah.
Okay.
It
Yeah, this
doesn't
is
have
what
your
sources
CSS, it
is.
looks like, but
Okay. So that's why I was having so much trouble. Okay. Because I like Firefox. I've been using Firefox for a while now. But yeah. Okay. Um. Does anybody else have any questions?
not really.
I know Nimrod's been pretty quiet. I don't know if.
Well, I was struggling with the API using. I don't know if you are, any one of you, how to fix that or know how to use it.
The API?
API, yeah.
Okay. Um. I never figured that out. I don't know. Sean, did you figure out how to use, or you haven't started using them, have you? Or have you?
Using what?
APIs?
Which APIs?
I don't know. Nimrod, what APIs, Nimrod?
Well, I'm trying to create a page that when you input the name of a country or maybe part of the country, it retrieves the information from an API. The API name is countries. Okay, where is the link? Well, I saw an easy example. I'm going to share in a web page that helps a lot, but I cannot deal with the idea I had in mind. Well, that's killing me. Where is it? No, that's not. That's the resources. Okay. And the problem is that I need to create a video for that. So I'm still struggling with that. I need to send it this week. But well, maybe I don't know how to explain. Maybe any one of you have another question on another topic.
Not really. Not for me.
No. I don't have anything else at the moment either.
It's
Yeah,
just.
I don't have anything.
Yeah. I think at this point it's just doing it
Pretty
instead
much.
of questions.
Yeah,
Did everybody get their videos done for this week?
I got mine done.
I got mine done as well. I think I've got one next week and then one in 2 weeks.
I have one next week as well. I think everybody got theirs done this week.
Okay.
Let's see. We're week 6, right?
Yeah.
And I finally got my week 4 one done. My gosh.
Oh, good, dude. it. Let's see.
It's not that hard. I just don't know why my brain couldn't just get it.
These
That
are very
happens sometimes.
right. Because CJ, you've done C++, right?
Yeah, well, I'm still kind of learning it, but yeah.
Okay, so C++ and JavaScript, and so C++ is very, very, very hands-on in terms of like you have to do everything by yourself. You have to figure it out and do everything. JavaScript and CSS and HTML, they do a lot of the work for you. So
Yep.
it's two very different styles of programming.
Yeah. I started learning like when the first code I ever learned was HTML, CSS. And I haven't learned a lot about JavaScript, but I'm kind of getting there. But then like I went from that and then not doing that for like a year to going into C++. So like, yeah.
Okay. In that before when you started learning HTML, how much did you learn about HTML and CSS?
I took like a class that covered both of them. It was basics, but I had by the end of the semester, this was back at Arizona State.
Oh, okay.
And by the end of the semester, we had to like kind of code our own 3-page website. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was a good class, and like that's kind of what started me on the path of coding because I was like, oh, this is cool. So yeah.
Right. I don't know. Yeah. It's just weird. I don't know. But sorry, I kind of got carried away there.
Yeah, that's okay.
I just, man.
You know, I'm taking the computer security, the software security class, CS470 right now, and we've been doing some C++ programs. And the one for this week, it said it's supposed to take about 3 hours to work, to get your program done. It took me 7.
You. Hold up. I need to give you this. There we go. I found that GitHub. That is all the projects for our class.
Oh, sweet.
Different weeks, but it's all the projects. It took me about 40 minutes to find that. And then it took me about 2 hours to finish the C++ project for the week.
That's for 470.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know if it will be good in the next couple years because they changed it.
Yeah.
But
That was probably the first time they changed it because before that they did a completely different set of problems.
Yeah.
So that, or it's different teachers do different sets of problems. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Because there's another one floating around that has a completely different set of problems. But yeah, if I'm guessing CJ and Nimrod, you're probably gonna need that eventually.
yep.
Oh goodness.
I think got some loud music going on.
I'm getting a call. I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I like that.
That's pretty cool. Like, what do we call it?
Yeah, ringtone.
Yeah. We got one Ajax. Transform. Transition. Looks like we're supposed to have two CSS class properties videos up already, and we only got one that I'm seeing at least.
Is the other one, the animations or the
No, we had CJ and Nimrod signed up for manipulating CSS class properties,
Oh yeah.
but doesn't look like Nimrod's got his up yet.
Yeah.
We got CSS transitions up.
Yeah, I got mine up for week 6.
Animations, we don't have one up yet. That one's Seth was supposed to do that one.
Have we heard from Seth?
No, I haven't heard from Seth since the beginning.
He got his first video up, but he hasn't gotten that one up. So
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't heard from him since like the second or third week we were working together.
yeah.
We got the DOM up there. HTML5 tags we got up there.
I know.
Script, loops we don't have. Oh, that was posted on the class thing, not on, or the group on Canvas, not on.
Yeah. Maybe we can. Let me go in here. I'll try and move those links.
Okay. And the JavaScript events.
Ah,
There, supposed to have once. Objects, I posted my objects one up there, so that's good. Jason, I posted, sorry, Nimrod posted Jason up there. I did a lot of Jason stuff too. But local storage, I posted up there. It looks like we should actually almost have everything covered already this week. The things we haven't covered yet, looks like, is the creating transitions and animations in CSS, and then the CSS transforms, which I might try to get that done early, the transforms. I might try to do that week 8 instead of week 9.
My first video was the HTML5 tags. Oh, I already moved that. Okay. So I moved Seth's video into the JavaScript.
Okay.
So that's there. Yeah, pretty much everything else has been
Jason.
covered. Yeah, I gotta go and watch all the videos and get stuff done.
Yeah, I still need to watch
I'm
a
not
couple of videos. I didn't get all of them watched this week.
Yeah, since I'm teaching, since I am not teaching this week, I'm gonna try and get all of that done. And also start researching. What's my next topic? Week 8, JSON. Oh, I'm just doing a follow-up. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
You're good.
All right. So what were you guys talking about?
Just catching up, make sure we got all the videos posted.
Oh, hey, I haven't watched the JavaScript one from CJ yet.
Oh, that was Seth's video. I was just posting that in.
Oh, cool.
We had put that into discussions on Canvas before we created the Slack channel.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So
Cool.
I was just moving that over so that way all of the videos are in the Slack channel.
Thank you. Thanks for doing that.
Yeah.
Totally forgot that was in there.
So from what I'm seeing, these are the ones that we have. All the ones that are marked orange are the ones that are uploaded.
Okay.
So it looks like there's a couple that we're missing. Looks like it's just 2. Animations and a second class properties.
I thought the class properties was on here.
We have 1. We
Yeah,
had
that
it
was
signed
fine.
up for twice already, but we've only got 1 on there.
Oh, okay. Is Nimrod still in the?
Yeah, it looks like.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so Nimrod, if you wanna, have you been able to make that video for the manipulating CSS properties, like kind of going a little more in depth in it? If not, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, about the video CJ updated of manipulating CSS. Does any one of you have questions about to cover on the video?
Not really.
I don't have any questions.
I sort of half watched it when I was feeding my daughter in the middle of the night last night.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to add more information on the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, just watch the video, and then if there is something that maybe I didn't cover really well, or just something that you feel needs to be done a little more in depth to make it more effective, I guess, then go for it.
Well, sounds great.
Cool.
Okay.
Let's see. How long have we been on here?
About half an hour.
Half an hour?
Anything else? Anybody wants to talk about? Did you figure a way out of explaining your question, Nimrod?
Okay. Do you want that I explain my question?
Yeah, you're asking about APIs, and I just wanted to know if you figured out a way that you're the right way to word your question so we could understand what you're trying to ask.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen.
Okay.
Cool.
Where is that? Okay, so this is the API. Well, this is a country API. If you put this link and you insert a name, for example, I don't know, you receive the name of the country and some information about the country.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to create, and well, I created, but not but I didn't finish. So, for example, I have a link. I put this. Okay, I don't know how to explain that. I'm going to do my best. I declare a link or a text. Maybe this. So to get the information or the country I'm going to search, I submit and is added at the last. So I'm going to have a new link, a new variable, and this is the one that I'm going to pass as a request to get the information. Well, I was struggling with this part, but I found the way to do it. But actually, I need to create the whole request, and that's what I'm doing now.
Okay.
Excuse me if I don't know how to explain it, or if you don't understand me, but even I don't understand myself.
So you're trying to prompt for a country and then display information about that country from the API.
Yes,
JSON
because in the link, okay, as you can see, we need to, or I need to set this name.
Yep.
Well, I created with simple JavaScript, but now I need to use this link to get the data. And well, I'm going to work with this after, but before midnight. And well, how does any one of you update his API fluency?
I did not use Ajax API for third-party data.
Okay.
I used my own JSON files that I created and used Ajax to pull that file from the server.
Yeah,
okay.
that was what they did in 2.13, right?
What was that? Yeah, I think it was 2.13. I did stuff like that too.
I would say because go back to that string that you got from the country, right? REST, the HTTPS REST C up there, and is that Safari?
Yes, this is Safari.
Yeah. So the one to the right of the tab that you're on, the HTTPS // REST C. See up there?
The Safari tab to the right.
Yeah.
So not the tab you have open, but the next tab over.
Rest countries.eu up here. Should,
Up at the very top.
Down. Oh,
No, it's the next tab, not that page.
yeah, not that page. The next page over.
Okay, this.
Yes,
Yeah.
that.
okay. So what you can do, because this is all a string, isn't it? Like a it's kind of like a JSON file, right, Sean?
Yeah,
Yes,
this
All
looks
this
like a
right
JSON
here.
file.
So if you take this and you can take like it says name and then Peru, region Americas, subregion South America. You can search for the information by what it says, so like name or region or what else is there, acronym, and just take that information and put it into right an HTML element, right, Sean?
Yeah, it looks like what he's doing there, what he's having issues with though, is not manipulating the data once he gets it, but getting the data. Is that correct, Nimrod?
Yes.
So it's getting the data.
So do you have your correct URL string being passed into your XML HTTP request? So it
No,
looks
this
like
is
you're trying
another
to open
example. This is another example I was reviewing
another
to.
example. Okay, and what about on your file? What?
Okay, this is the file, but okay. Let me think what I need to. Okay, where is that? Okay. Well, I think this is going to work. No. No.
Boy, create an object.
No. What?
Bumblebee. Do.
So that should work. You just got to use your XML HTTP request to pull that URL.
Rlist.json.
Now you don't want to have the quotes there. You want that because that's a variable you're trying to put in there.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I probably should have been paying attention to this because I never could understand APIs either. So,
Well,
I mean,
in this case, it's just the Ajax API. I mean, it's sort of an API. He's just he's pulling information from a third party instead of information he created.
okay. So how specifically did he do that? Like that's what I'm trying to understand because I never understood APIs either.
Did you watch my video about the Ajax?
Not yet. Sorry.
If you watch the video about Ajax, I'm pretty sure I explained it pretty well how to use Ajax to asynchronously update your page with information from the server. And the thing is, you can call information from somebody else's server, and that's what he's trying to do.
And you explained it in the video, right? So if I watch the video, I should be able to.
Yeah, I didn't really talk about third-party API at all. I just talked about specifically using a file off the server, and the file I was using was one I created. But you can use it as long as you know, and you can look up. There's plenty of APIs and stuff you can look up, where it's basically somebody else is getting the information, putting it online, where you can access it and you can view it, just like he was showing us that countries one, where you just enter the country name and it pulls up the file of that country and gives you all the information. So all he's doing is he's getting that file and manipulating it and displaying it pretty like on his page.
Okay. All right, I'll have to go watch that video then because I didn't really get to watch. So I haven't gotten to watch much of the videos.
Yeah.
Same.
Honestly, I kind of get a little bored sometimes during the videos.
I understand that one. I half watch them. I should pay closer attention, but
yeah,
I try to make sure I watch them all.
Probably all should. So, but yeah, it is a little hard. So I'll try and watch those and try and get all the information out that I needed.
Okay.
But Nimrod, was Sean able to answer your question then?
Yes, I realized that it's easier to use it, the JSON, to get the JSON and to use it. It's better than I was taught.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Does anybody else have anything we want to talk about today?
No.
I think CJ, did you have anything?
No, I'm doing pretty well. If I have any questions, I'll post about it in the chats. If I have questions on the different videos, because I haven't had time to watch them. I'm gonna use my week of not teaching to watch them and get everything done.
Okay. So I do have one more question, and this is kind of a general question for everybody. So I was talking to a friend, and my wife has kind of told me about this a little bit from her previous experience with college. But when you guys study the code, do you focus more of reading the whole assignment at the beginning, like at the beginning of the week, or do you just kind of get the quiz done and then kind of focus more on picking out what you need when you're doing the assignment. Does that make sense?
Like, do you work forwards or backwards, kind of? Or
I guess, yes.
like okay, I guess I'm just to better understand. So like, if I were to go take like, if there was like a quiz at the end of the week, do I open the quiz and then just look through all the material to find the answers and then just not worry about the rest of the material, or do I actually read it all and then go take the quiz? Is that kind of what you're asking?
No.
Oh, never mind.
That's not. So at the beginning, so throughout the week, so you have the whole week in front of you, right?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
do you focus super hard on reading all of the assigned readings, and then take the quiz, and then like not have as much time for assignments, or do you just pick out what you need for the quiz, get the quiz done as fast as you can, and then throughout the week, kind of sort of read through the text as you do the assignment?
I do a combination. I try to read through all the material and take the quiz, and I do that usually. I try to get that all done Monday, Tuesday, depending on the class, because some classes got to be done Monday. The quiz is due Monday.
Right.
And then the rest of the week, I'll work on the assignments, and if I need to, I'll reference back to the reading as much as I need to.
Yeah, that's kind of how I do it.
That's how you guys do it.
Yeah.
Okay. I've just been wondering about that because my friend told me, okay, just get the quiz done, almost half cheat a little bit so you can just get the quiz done, and then as you go through the assignment, when you need to figure something out, then go back to the reading and find it and read that section and then do it, and kind of treat it more like that instead of reading the whole assignment at the beginning of the week, the assigned pages, because it takes like 6 hours to read one of the things for me, and then so
Yeah.
I just had that question. Was wondering how you guys do it.
And like I've noticed in my experience that if I read everything at the very beginning of the week, like if I read through everything, I find myself when I go to do the assignment, like there are some things that I either missed or that I forgot and I have to reference back anyways. So.
Okay.
Yeah, when I'm reading it, I try to get as much as I can, but I'm not getting all of it out of there, I'm sure. And as I'm going through it and I run into issues, I'll go back and reference what I need to find the answers I'm looking for. I do the same kind of stuff at work. If I'm running into an issue with something I'm trying to do, I'll go look up the documentation on it and try to find out how to do it right.
Okay. And what do you do for work, Sean?
I work as a system administrator. Right now, we're actually working on an implementation for adding some functionality to our ERP system for work at a machine shop.
Cool.
So
how did you get that job?
I got my associate's degree 7.5 years ago in mechatronics. And right before I got my degree, the company posted an ad in the school in one of the classrooms, and I went and applied, and I got a job there. And 9 months after working on the shop floor, I had shown potential, and so they pulled me into the office, and I was scheduling, and I did that for 6 years. And then I was like, well, I'm going to school for software engineering, and we don't have a system administrator, so can I be that? And they're like, yep.
Oh, fair enough.
Yep.
Wow, that's really nice.
It's a fairly small company. We've only got like 150 employees total, and that's worldwide. We've got lots of technicians and stuff, and we've got a subsidiary company technically it's practically the same thing, where it's just a distributor, basically a sub-distributor that's under the same name that sells stuff out of Germany.
Okay. That's interesting. I was just curious. So how long did that whole process take so when you got hired to when you became the system administrator?
It's about 7 years. I got hired back in 2011. I started as an administrator. Actually, I guess it was 6 years, because it was May of 2000 or last year that I technically started as system administrator. but I was still in a lot of training and stuff at that point, learning a lot more about how the system works because I hadn't dealt with the system as much as I should have, as would be ideal for a system administrator. We use a
Right.
system called NetSuite, so Oracle-based databases and really cool software as a service product that they have that's very customizable for
What they
anybody.
need.
It's not cheap though, that's for sure.
Right. Especially not cheap.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we were looking to try to integrate. I actually built an access database that we're using to track our parts to the shop floor, and it works, but it's not nearly as efficient and doesn't have as good information as it could. And so we'd been looking at getting integrated system with what they have because they had actually recently expanded on their manufacturing capabilities, their manufacturing tracking capabilities.
Right.
And so we started looking at that some more and we said, yeah, that's what we're going to go with. And so that's mostly why I went ahead with the position, so I could help implement it properly.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's been fun. Lots of learning. And
Right.
I don't get asked quite as many questions at the moment as I used to, but I will get asked a lot more questions in the coming months because once I go back to work in around Thanksgiving time is when we're going to start actually rolling out the shop floor. We did a few small sections first, so we're kind of doing a phased rollout of changing over to the new functionality.
Right.
Just so we're not, everyone's pulling out their hair at once.
that makes it
But
easy.
this next cutover is going to be everyone's going to start pulling out their hair and yelling at me, so, or at least asking me questions all the time. So it'll be a crazy next couple months.
Oh, I bet.
And then I still have to do the assembly side of things. So hopefully we'll have it all finished by February. And I've only been a year and a half since we plan to start rolling out. Or we started working on it, I should say. Started working on rolling out the product. But it's been good. Kind of slow when you only have one person really working on it.
Right. That's interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, because I'm working at a call center for Frontier, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to either find an internship, because I have to do my internship in spring or fall. However, I've got to decide how to do this.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get into an IT department instead of anything else because I want to do system administration instead of full on programming,
Yeah.
So
It's been a lot of fun. I've built a lot of scripts, and it's JavaScript based scripting.
right.
And they actually have server side and client side scripts that run.
Mm-hmm.
And I've built a lot of them trying to automate some of the functionality of our processing. So it's been pretty cool.
That is way cool, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I can get out of actually having to do an internship, but I haven't actually tried yet. So
I think there's you can call them and say, hey, I've already been a system administrator for a year, and can we just kind of
waive that, or do I have to just get my boss to sign off on things, or what?
I think you still need to probably come up with a paper or two about what you've learned so far. Yep. But I think they will waive it if it's enough experience.
Yeah, no, I've got a friend that I've had in a couple other classes before, and he's actually in my 470 class right now, I think. No, 432? 432 class right now. He's got over 20 years of experience in the industry, and he was able to get out of it. So
yeah, I think at 20 years
you probably that.
you have enough experience for them to say, oh, okay.
Yeah. And I'm hoping my 2 years of experience will be enough to cover it for me, but we'll see.
I think so. Because
Yeah,
I mean,
think it'll be good.
yeah. I don't know, but
Yep. My plan was in the spring is when I was gonna in the winter semester is when I was gonna reach out and see about getting that skipped over, getting that waived, so I don't have to worry about it, or if I just have to write some papers or what have you.
right.
What I need to do so that I don't actually have to take the class or take an internship, I should say. Lose that either lose that extra time I have to spend with my family, or go to do the internship and not work and what have
Well,
you.
I think at least even if you have to do the internship, you could say, well, I'm already
Yeah.
system administrator. Can I use my job as my internship as well? Like,
Yep.
just kind of do that at the same time.
Yep. At the very most, that's right. That might be what I end up having to do. We'll see.
Probably, but either way, it's interesting. Internships are just a pain in the butt.
Yep. I'm just glad we only have to do one, and I may not have to even do one because I've heard that other degrees have two that they have to do.
Yes, automotive is one of them.
Wow.
Yeah, I actually knew about that and was going to have to do two when I was in the automotive degree. Was not looking forward to that either.
Yeah. No.
But
Okay.
all right.
Well, it's good talking to everybody. We'll talk next week, and any questions we can just post them on the Slack channels.
Yeah, I think let's see if we can try and like get in contact with Seth, since I don't think any of us have heard from him.
Not really.
Yeah. No, I haven't heard from him.
So
Well, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and once this recording's finished, I'll go ahead and post it on the Slack channel. I'll also email out to everybody and the teacher because the teacher wanted to make sure he was involved in these.
yeah,
I think just post it in the Slack and then just email it to the teacher.
Okay.
Sorry, but I don't want an email.
Okay, that's fine.
So
That's fine.
okay.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you for doing that.
Yeah, no problem.
sweet.
We actually had a really good discussion this week.
Yeah.
It was good.
But all right. Well, thanks guys. I guess I'll see you guys next week then.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.